So as I said, we would talk about things that stood out to me in the Bible and whatnot, and also I figured we'd talk about some of the things that stood out to me in the church that without me not growing up in the church and then getting into the church and kind of being an outsider looking in type of situation. So definitely noticed that in the church, people really like to pick and choose what they believe in the Bible and what they don't believe, and or what they want to use and not use, and obviously what they talk about and not talk about. So one of the biggest things from the Old Testament is the Tower of Babel. For those of you that haven't read the Bible, there's a story that talks about humans trying to build this tower to heaven, to God's kingdom, and God keeps trying to tell them to stop. They don't want to listen, and then He makes all the languages of the world. So here's a thought. I liken that situation to a big family. Say you got 5 people, 5 brothers and sisters or whatever, however you want to mix it up, and they get raised by the same 2 people. Once we grow up, we move out of the house, right? Now I'm the youngest of 4 children, so that's why I liken it to this situation. When we move out of the house, do we take every single thing that our parents taught us, each one of us? No, we each take, the bits and pieces or whatever that stood out to us the most. So that Tower of Babel, you get all these people that were speaking the same language, all of a sudden they can't understand each other. So they end up splitting up and going all these different directions. And they came from the one true source, right? They were being taught by that source, which is God. And so they take bits and pieces of what they were learning and stuff, and end up with all these major religions that you see in the world now. And so in saying that, deduction says that each major religion has a piece of the truth in it. So the only way to find the truth is by studying each religion. And as I said from the get-go, always ask God through His Spirit to teach you the truth, to guide you to that truth. So we'll leave it at that for now, and I'll make another video on some of the stuff that the church says and doesn't say.